Hi guys, Adam here. I'm with Greg from Squawka. We're outside Old Trafford, 3-1 against Sunderland today. And we just had a little chat about that Mkhitaryan goal, and you say it was morally onside.
Yeah, Barney Ronay, right for The Guardian, I think he said on Twitter, it's morally onside, which I'm 100% up for. I mean, if you have video technology, that wonderful goal wouldn't have stood, so that's another debate for another time though. But yeah, it was wonderful.
You should never have video technology for offsides anyway. If you can't have it down the park on a Sunday, we shouldn't have it in the Premier League.
Well,
otherwise, not the same game, but that's a whole different debate. Greg, United today, 3 points. What did you make of the overall performance?
Yeah, very good. It's very good as well because Sunderland, I thought, actually they turned up. They wanted to play football. David Moyes clearly thought he had a point to prove and tried to prove it. They were very well prepared. In his press conference at the end of after the game, Mourinho said he wasn't happy with the first half performance, and the second half was what it was all about. But yeah, in the second half, United were fantastic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I mean, a few people half-time and murmurs, his touch isn't quite on today and stuff like that, but he just made things happen. Like, I think he's now combined been involved in 65 goals in 2016. Goals and assists, and that's 11 more than Luis Suarez. Is the next best across Europe's top 5 leagues, so he's absolutely smashing it.
A lot of people will say that's because he was in League for half the season. What would you say to those people?
He's scored quite a few goals in the Premier League as well, hasn't he now, and assisted quite a few, so nah.
The best record since Van Nistelrooy here.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting. I mean, there's a little bit of Van Nistelrooy about him, a little bit of Van Persie about him as well. I think like, he's what you call one of these 9.5s. Like he's a 9, but he's a 10 as well. He makes things happen. I wrote a piece actually just after plug at full time first Squawka, just saying he's kind of he's everything that Van Persie could have been. Like, imagine if Fergie didn't leave, and everyone knows that when he did leave, it kind of shattered Van Persie. He could have. Everyone would say he could have had Cantona 2.0 if he would have kept going the way he was, and I think that's kind of what Ibrahimovic could be with Mourinho. In his press conference, Mourinho actually said that they're going to trigger the clause. He's going to stay for another year. 100% confirmed it in the press conference, so that's happening. So yeah, it looks like he's going to be the main man going forward. And in the program that was for the game, Phil Jones said as well, like he's now the focal point. We play a few more long balls than we used to, and all this kind of stuff. But that's because you send the ball to Zlatan, he'll bring it down and make things happen. So yeah.
Pogba's all-round performance today, what did you make of that? Because a lot of talk about him again, but I feel he's not put a foot wrong for most of the season.
Yeah, I mean, granted at Squawka we do deal with stats and stuff, but in some ways I feel like Pogba gets done for people using the stats wrong. If you'll get where I'm coming from, don't matter if he had goals or assists today, he was absolutely fantastic. After Zlatan obviously made all the things happen. I actually think Pogba had a better performance than Zlatan did in many ways. It's just absolutely class. Some of these little moments. That's what I love about watching Pogba as a neutral fan and from the press box. It's just the little things, the things with the ball. That his footwork is just so much imagination with the ball, and he just plays like he loves it. And I think that's great to see, and you can really tell in just the things he tries to pull off and his attempts to just make things happen. It's just like an enthusiasm to what he does, and it's just wonderful. I mean, him and Mkhitaryan. I mean, now that Mourinho's got these players playing together and they can just kind of build this chemistry up, it's just going to be fantastic going forward, I think, for Man United, definitely.
What do you think is on the horizon for Man United in 2017? Obviously, we've got one game left of 2016, but how do you feel we're shaped going into it under Mourinho?
Well, I think the idea of they could still be in the title race, I don't think that's true. I think that's definitely going to be between Chelsea and whoever else can try and catch them. But I think top 4 is definitely a possibility. I mean, you can almost say this match today could be a microcosm of the season as a whole. I mean, Mourinho wasn't happy with the first half. It wasn't quite clicking, it was a bit too open. The second half of this match, United just pulled it all together. They were fantastic. All their individuals were firing and combining really well. And I think that's what could happen in the second half of the season, when you got all these players now in form, all in the team together, building the chemistry, getting an understanding. I think they can go from strength to strength, really do. But it's all about making sure that, like, especially people like Zlatan are well managed, because his link-up play are fantastic as well. So yeah, got to keep the players fit, got to keep them playing together in a regular system, get that chemistry going, and who knows what can happen.
Thank you very much, Greg. Check out his piece on Squawka. Not his piece, his article.